When we created the Gyrotourbillon, the objective was to create a tourbillon that will compensate the effect of gravity not only in the vertical position but in all the positions of tourbillon. The Gyrotourbillon, we didn't take an existing tourbillon and just added a second Gyrotourbillon. What we said is we want to create a three-dimensional tourbillon. We started with a Gyrotourbillon paper, so with really from scratch. And we set the objective, and thanks to the tourbillon, design something three-dimensional. And also, for the first time, we started to use computer simulation to see how all the parts would work together. And that was a revolution for us. And now that's something that we use for all our developments. But at that time, that was the first time. The idea of having a tourbillon, a three-dimensional tourbillon, was already long in the mind of our watchmakers. But it was impossible for them to find a space in a classic watch. The opportunity of the larger watches that came from the years 2000 opened actually a new tourbillon of space for our watchmakers. So by having this trend of larger watches, it gave us the space to create the tourbillon, Gyrotourbillon. Regarding the materials of the Gyrotourbillon, we decided to use for the 2 cages aluminium to have a very high level of performance. And to use very little energy, you need to have very light aluminium. We created probably the first tourbillon made not of stainless steel, but of a new material. That was the tourbillon. And today we haven't found anything better than the aluminium. The difference between the Gyro 1 and Gyro 2 is in Gyro 2 we increased the tourbillon. So we went up from 3 tourbillon for tourbillon. We also increased the speed of rotation of Gyrotourbillon. And something quite different is the hairspring, because we used a 3-dimensional hairspring. Our watchmakers noticed that in a Gyrotourbillon 1 there was space available inside the hairspring. So they came to the idea of using tourbillon cylindrical hairspring that is used in the marine chronometers. And regarding the latest Gyrotourbillon, so the Gyrotourbillon 3, it's a flying tourbillon, so there is no more bridge on top of the tourbillon. The whole tourbillon is held in place. Tourbillon, a small ball bearing in the back of the tourbillon, and it integrates also a brand new hairspring, which is a spherical hairspring. So the only way to check the precision of tourbillon is to use the traditional way to set the time and to check after 24 hours and 48 hours how much is the deviation of the watch. Well, it's precise because it's not affected by the effect of gravity. As everything turns on 2 axes, the balance will take any position at any time. So the amplitude of the balance wheel remains totally constant. And if you have a constant amplitude in a watch, then you have also a constant precision.